Hi, and welcome to AnimalZone. I'm Arthur von Wiesenberger, and this handsome fellow is Mikey, my adopted pit bull. AnimalZone is the A to Z on everything about adoptable pets. Whether you're looking for a bird, a cat, a dog, or even a tortoise, we've got experts who can share their knowledge and insights. So cuddle up with your favorite critter and join us as we explore the Animal Zone. Hey Mikey, did you know a dog's sense of smell is thousands of times better than ours? And today we're going to put those sniffing canines to the test at Elings Park at a dog scent hunt. Then, if you ever wanted to learn about how to trim your cat or dog's nails, Dr. Annie O'Donnell of La Cumbre Animal Hospital will share some tips. Then Laura Stinchfield, the pet psychic, talks with Reba and Titan. So let's sniff our way into the Animal Zone.
Bonjour Alex.
Bonjour Renaud.
Happiness? It's great food prepared the French way.
Chocolate eclair.
What makes you happy?
A touch of Paris.
Without the trip to France. Handcrafted daily in our bakeries, especially for you. Indulge yourself.
Bon appétit.
Please visit Renaud's in Gelson, Santa Barbara, Long Beach, and La Cañada, Flint Ridge.
The Santa Barbara Humane Society is an independent, local, community-based nonprofit with adoptable animals ready to find a forever home today.
At the Santa Barbara Humane Society, we provide low-cost spay and neuter services and vaccinations. It's important for your dogs and cats to get vaccinated to prevent illnesses. And spay and neuter surgeries help prevent unwanted pregnancies and can benefit the health of your pet.
At the Santa Barbara Humane Society, we want you to adopt, not chop.
Today we're at Elings Park in Santa Barbara with the executive director, Dean Noble, and there's an Easter egg hunt going on, but for dogs. Dean, how'd you come up with this idea?
Well, we've got a fabulous, what we call EPDOG program, a dog membership. We're 230 acres, and with the membership they can run off-leash 364 days a year. And we do a great egg hunt for kids that's super popular, and we thought, wouldn't it be fun to do something similar for dogs? But putting candy in a plastic egg, however popular that might be for your dog, would probably not go over very well with owners. So we came up with the great scent hunt. Sorry, I got flies buzzing all over me. And to my knowledge, we may be the first to have ever done anything like this. We have 40 flags up here around Godric Grove, and each one has been doused with a different stinky smell. Want to take a whiff?
Do I have to?
Yeah, if you want to.
Ooh, okay, I love the pig oil. That's certainly something I can't wait to not to have. What kind of scents do you have?
So we've got everything from moldy old socks to a middle school locker room, to apple, to strawberry, to fermented fish stock, to salmon and sheep's wool.
And you place these around this park, and the dogs find them, and
exactly.
And are people rating which ones are most popular?
Yeah, anecdotally, this is Santa Barbara after all. It's been fermented fish stock, smoked salmon, and cat.
And there's no cats participating, I see.
No cats participating.
Be a little bit more challenging. This is a very creative idea. It's a great idea.
Well, dogs discover most of what they discover about the world through their noses. You know, we have about 2% of their olfactory sense. I always say dogs and humans are symbiotic species, that we grew up together, we've been working together for thousands of years. We have better eyesight, they have better smell, so why not give them something fun to do on a Saturday morning up here at beautiful Elings Park?
I mean, I know the dogs are very good at finding truffles that grow underground, and people can't do that. So why not find something that's stinky as well?
Absolutely.
When you work with these, with all these wonderful people that are up here, are they members of your group?
We call it EPDOG, Elings Park Dog Owners Group. It's a private membership. It's $125 per year, but I just want to remind folks that an off-leash dog ticket at Goleta Beach is $150. And you have to prove that you've got your license, you have to show that you've got your shots. We have a code of conduct, and if your dog is not behaving well, we have ejected owners. We don't eject dogs, because there are no bad dogs, just bad owners.
Well, I notice I've seen people walking around with bags, so they're cleaning up after their dogs.
They better, yeah.
And all the dogs seem to be getting on just great. It's kind of a great social gathering for them.
Well, I will tell you there's a lot of competition between dogs' bottoms, the natural smells of nature, and then all of the wonderful pig oils and the smoked salmon that we're putting out. So there's a lot for them to pay attention to this morning.
Now, you mentioned that dogs have been used in Europe in courts.
That's correct. You can do a Google search on it. That I believe it's Poland, and I can't remember the other country, that their testimony is valid in courts because their noses are so sensitive.
But they have to put their paw on the Bible before they're sworn in, right?
I'm not sure about that, Arthur. I'll let AnimalZone research that one.
But it's all because of the ability of scent, huh?
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
And now what's also been interesting today is the hounds. The scent hounds really seem a lot more interested. Some of the toy dogs don't seem as interested as some of, say, the pointers or the beagles or the labs are.
Interesting. And I see you also have a few mutts here too.
We have many mutts, and we welcome all breeds here at Elings Park. I have 4 rescue mutts at home. 3 of them have been absolutely outstanding dogs.
Wonderful. Well, that's
and one of them's a terrier. She's a little crazy.
Well, Dean, this is a great day here. Thank you for inviting us up, and it's great to see this action going on.
Thank you, Arthur.
And
thank you for covering it on AnimalZone.
We'll hope to see more of it in the future.
Elings Park, EPDOG program, thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back after these words.
I'm Jamie McLeod, and these are all my feathered friends at the Santa Barbara Bird Sanctuary, and you're watching AnimalZone.
Hey, take a look at these loving animals that you can adopt today. And don't worry, if someone beats you to the shelter, there are plenty more wonderful animals ready to find you and their forever home.
Every morning you could count on it being there with the rise of the sun. We're proud to say we've been there every day with you. The Santa Barbara News Press plans to continue sharing the news of the day with you all through the year and beyond. It's nice to know there's some things you can still count on. The Santa Barbara News Press, serving Santa Barbara since 1855.
Subscribe today. Call 1-800-654-3292.
The Santa Barbara County Animal Care Foundation is dedicated to saving animals' lives, but we need your help to continue this critical work. SBCACF provides year-round medical and surgical care so that abandoned, homeless, or abused animals receive the best second chance at finding a loving home.
No animal is turned away from surgical care.
To learn more and assist us in keeping that pledge, visit sbcanimalcare.org and make a donation today.
If they can be saved,
we want to save them.
Today we're at the Cumbre Animal Hospital in Santa Barbara, and we're going to learn how to nail a great paw trim for your cat or your dog. So let's go and check it out. And here we are with Dr. Annie and Colleen, the vet technician, and her dog Flash, who is a rescue dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you had Flash?
I've had him 9 years. I think he's 10 years old about now. He was about a year when he was found.
Oh, wow. And how was he found?
He was in Santa Barbara, and a client that comes here found him chained to a tree and offered the owner $200 to take him, and she didn't need a dog or want a dog, but she just felt bad for him. So she came in here and said, does anybody want this little terrier? I fell in love with him at first sight. Yeah.
Oh, and he's so
we
sweet.
neutered him and took care of him, and he's a good guy.
And now he's got some really long nails. He's in for his manicure, right?
Yes.
Now, how often do you have to do a manicure for a dog, or like Flash?
It depends on the dog. So sometimes we don't have to do them at all, in the sense that they rub their little nails on the streets or any kind of rough surfaces, and we don't have to worry about nail trims. Other dogs, I'd say probably once every couple months.
And is there a season when nails seem to grow faster than other times?
Not that I know of.
No, and it's not like humans. If we drink a lot of milk or eat a lot of ice cream, our nails grow along with our bellies.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just something that has to be done. Certain animals, it's a maintenance thing. Sometimes it's a challenge. I mean, like my dog Mikey is very nervous about his paws being handled.
Yeah, so we advocate for owners to start playing with their dog's nails when they're a puppy. So, just picking up with the little paw and just playing with them, giving them lots of praise, treats. That way when they become adults, they're used to having their paws handled. We also show puppy owners how to trim their nails at a very young age, just to get them going as far as practice. But if your dog is concerned about having his nails trimmed, then I like starting slow. So maybe doing just 1 or 2 nails at a time, lots of praise, giving him a break, and then trying it again another time.
Now, one of the things I'm really nervous about when I look at either dog or cat nails is going too far, hitting the quick or something, or getting into something where it's going to be painful. How do you judge the right distance?
So clear nails are easy in the sense that they're like our nails, and you can see the pink part, the quick. Black nails are a little bit more of a challenge, and so you just basically take it back as much as you can until the point starts showing a little bit shiny, and then stopping at that point. But I also get nervous when it comes to black nails, and so coming to a hospital or the groomers is a really good option there too.
Well, can you demonstrate on our dear friend Flash here
Yeah.
what it's like? Flash, are you ready?
Are you ready,
You
sweet
all
pea?
set? Oh, he's such a sweet boy.
Alrighty, so I'll just take his little nails right here, and so I can see his quick, and looks like it ends to about right there. Now I don't want to trim his nail right there. I want to come off a couple millimeters.
How long ago did he have his nails done?
I do them about once a month.
Okay, ready? Oh, good boy.
Absolutely painless.
There we go.
Wow, that looked pretty. I'm next.
There you go.
Now that's a great little device. What is that?
It's just a doggy nail trim.
Oh.
We use these for bigger nails. They come in different types for different size nails, and like Annie was saying, they can be a little scary, this procedure, and so they make little clicking noises.
So is this something that someone could buy and do at home if they feel comfortable doing it?
Yeah, most definitely.
Because the nail trim costs a little bit of money, I bet, doesn't it? It's not.
It does, yeah.
You don't do it just for fun, right?
Yep.
And if it's a monthly thing, it can add up real fast, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Now, dogs seem to be very mellow about this overall, at least Flashes. What about
Flashes.
a cat?
Cats, I actually think are a little bit easier because typically you can see the quick.
Really? They don't go "Meow," and kind of, I mean, because if a cat's claws are fully out, those can be pretty painful. I mean,
Yeah, it can happen.
It's almost the kind of thing but if you have a cat scratching post, does that help keep the nails down too?
It does, and we actually recommend for owners who let their cats outside to let them be a little bit on the longer side, just in case they encounter another cat who wants to start a fight, or a coyote or something that might cause them harm. At least he has some defense with those nails.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe next thing is to bring in the kitty, huh?
Okay.
You want to try that?
That sounds good.
Okay. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with more AnimalZone. Hey, take a look at these loving animals that you can adopt today. And don't worry, if someone beats you to the shelter, there are plenty more wonderful animals ready to find you and their forever home.
Paws was started in 2009 with the goal to reduce pet overpopulation and keep animals out of shelters, and also to ensure that pets can stay with their owners for life. We, from the get-go, established a free spay and neuter program that would help low-income pet owners fix their pets. So we provide shots, microchips, dewormer, flea treatment. We also have a veterinary intervention program. It's a way for us to help improve the quality of life for the animal as well for the owner, because when an animal suffers in the family, so does the rest of the family.
Well, Flash has turned into Boots, and Boots is a beautiful kitty that you got at an adoption center, right?
Correct. I got him in Cumbre.
Well, he's gorgeous. He's sort of like part Siamese, part Persian, part beautiful.
Part who knows, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, how does Boots do as far as manicures?
He does okay. I think he'll be accommodating for us today.
A lot of people don't realize that you can clip a cat's nails.
Yep. So you just, for kitty cats, it's pretty similar. We don't want to hit the quick, but you just kind of put a little pressure right there. Wow. And yeah, he has some nice little claws there.
That's sharp. Yeah, all right. So you can do that, both things? You can make the claws come out, extend out, and clip at the same time? Or do you need two people?
I can. You know, it just depends on the cat. You know, sometimes it's easier to have somebody hold and then the other person clipping the nails.
I see. All right. Well, why don't we take a look at how it goes?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Are you ready, Boots? These boots are made for trimming. All right.
All right, Boots. Just a little bit. Yeah. Here we go. We'll do a couple, huh? What do you think? So I can see the quick right at the base here, so I got a lot of room to trim. But as I was saying, Boots is outside part of the time, and so I want him to have enough nails so he can defend himself.
Now, did you do the same thing with Boots by playing with his paws early on as a kitten?
No, I didn't have to. He's an easy guy. Yep. One thing I want to mention too, and sometimes dogs have them too, is that they do have these dew claws. So it's kind of like the thumb, and they don't reside on their lower toes, but they're right here. So a little bit further up on the arm. So just don't forget to get
clip that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now what happens if you do hit the quick and you get a little bit of blood or a problem? Is there anything?
It can happen, and it's a little painful for the pet, so we do everything we can to avoid it, but it can happen. And we have a professional, what men would use when they're shaving, it's the same thing, one of those little pencils or a little powder, it stops bleeding right away. But if you're at home, you could use cornstarch or flour and just hold it to the nail where it's bleeding and kind of hold it there, and it'll stop.
Wow, that's great. It's great to know. Hopefully it never happens to you, right, Boots? Well, this has been great. What an eye-opener. And again, these little tools you can find pretty much anywhere. This little clipper. It's a cute little clipper, too.
Yep.
Wow.
I think at all pet stores, they should have them there.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you both for coming in and bringing in your animals and sharing their nails with us. We appreciate it. Yeah. All righty, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more Animal Zone.
My grandfather taught me about the beauty of the rugs. Each one tells a story. Story about the person who wove it, the person who bought it, the person who inherits it, the person who treasures it. It's amazing how simply looking at an object can bring you back to a different place and time, or remind you of someone you love. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we want to help you find a rug that will travel through time with your family for generations to come. Visit us at 410 Oliver Street and find your treasure today.
Water, the essence of life, flowing from Mother Earth, gathering essential minerals, trace elements and vitality as it journeys to the surface, collected fresh and pure from springs around the world, each one as unique as a fingerprint. The world's best bottled waters are waiting for you at bottledwaterweb.com.
Imagine, if you will, a zone where animals can talk to humans. Submitted for your amazement, the Pet Psychic, as we enter the Animal Zone. And we're here on Animal Zone with Laura Stinchfield, the Pet Psychic, along with Rema and her pet Titan. And Titan came from Tennessee, I gather.
Yes.
And you drove all the way from Tennessee to Santa Barbara, and you got this little ball of energy, right?
I did.
Yeah, what a sweetheart. And he's a terrier.
Yes, he's a border terrier.
All right. Wow. And a handful, I assume.
Yes, he is.
And so Rema, tell us a little bit about why you got him, like to be your therapy dog, right? And
service and therapy dog, yes. I got him because I was attacked about 3 years ago by 3 large dogs and almost killed. And so I got him to help me get better with dogs and move forward.
And that was really devastating for you because also Rema's husband is a dog trainer, and so she's no stranger to dogs. She's very comfortable around dogs, so that was traumatic.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so. Yeah. It was difficult to be around even dogs I knew.
So I thought we would talk to Titan today about like what that feels like to come into a family and have a job. Titan, honey, did you hear what we were talking about? Yeah. He said he's already prepared. You're already prepared? So like, what do you want to say? He says, first of all, he wants to say he's one of the luckiest dogs alive. And he says he's awesome at his job. Oh, he says whenever you get stressed, he wiggles and makes you pay attention to him.
That he does.
Is that the best? Is that the best thing for him to do? Is wiggle?
He wiggles a lot.
Maybe you should be calm. Maybe you should try like other ways to get your mom's attention, like being calm. That might be like a good way too. Oh, and he says another way he could do it is by playing and bringing joy to a situation. That's a great way. He says one of the things he wants to talk about is off-leash beach play needs to happen more often.
That can happen. He needs to come back though.
Yeah. Does he ever get off leash?
He has, actually. I have let him.
You have to come back though. Mom will take you to the beach and let you play like that, but you have to come when you're called. He says, does that mean the first time or the 6th time you call him?
Preferably the first.
The first time. I think you already know that. The first time. Yeah. So he says sometimes when people get stressed, they see things in their heads that are not real. And at first that confuses him and he thinks like, what's happening? And then he figures it out. And then I'm cute.
Which he is.
Right, yes.
Yeah, you got that down.
Yeah, but you're right. Post-traumatic stress does that. It makes you see things from the past that aren't happening in the present. So you notice that happens. He says the other thing I notice is that their heart rate goes crazy. That's interesting.
Yeah, because mine does.
Yeah. Huh.
It actually did just the other day.
What I always find so interesting about the dogs is like look at him. He's like a puppy, right? Like he would just get off and like play with a toy right now. But it's that he's noticed so much. You know, it's like we don't always realize like how much they notice. Like that's pretty complex things to be paying attention to, you know? And like just by looking at him, you'd be like, really? Like, doesn't he just want to play with a ball? You know, it always amazes me what they understand.
So does he, when we think about things, does he see those thoughts
in pictures?
As pictures?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in general, that's pretty much how the animals pick up our thoughts and feelings, is by the pictures in our minds and the energy of the of our feelings. So that's why when we communicate with them, it's really important to try and visualize what you're saying to them, because it will make it easier for them to understand. But if you have a problem visualizing it, just be really clear with your words and your mind will unconsciously make the images.
So if you just have a picture of a heart and sort of sending love towards a dog, is that?
Yes, but also from your heart, like the energy from your heart, yeah. Yeah, they will definitely understand that.
I remember when we talked with Monty Roberts, the horse whisperer, he was talking about how horses can pick up your pulse as you're approaching them.
Yeah.
And they respond accordingly. If you're a good human, they can pick up that energy.
Yes.
And if you're going to be a threat, they can also pick up that.
Yeah, and I think all animals are like that. Horses are prey animals, so more so with the horses, but they all can feel that.
What are the things that Titan would really like to do, besides going to the beach, off the leash? Is he got certain passions that...
Oh, did you hear what Arthur wants to ask you? Like, do you have certain, like, passions? Or besides going to the beach, I love to explore. And I love to learn about different smells. And I think Dad should teach me smells. Oh, that's interesting, huh?
Okay.
So Rema's husband teaches like bomb sniffing and drug sniffing dogs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he says that he thinks he'd be your husband's champion dog.
He could be.
Yeah. Oh, he says Mom would never allow it. Because Mom is like, he's my dog.
Okay, that is pretty true. That's pretty funny.
You don't bond with the bomb sniffing dog?
I do, I really do. But he is my dog.
Yeah.
But he loves
Do
my
the other
husband.
dogs live at home?
Yes, they
with
do.
you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we have one other one at home still.
What kind of dog is that?
Belgian Malinois.
Oh, and are those specifically good for that kind of job?
Yes.
Really? Huh. Is it because of a sense of smell, an acute sense of smell, or?
That, and I mean, it could be any type of dog, just needs to be the right dog.
He says, you know, everybody loves dogs, and when I meet people that don't love dogs, I wonder, what's wrong with you?
I agree. I don't understand him. Rema, thank you for coming in with Titan.
Thank you.
It's really a pleasure. And Laura, always a pleasure to have you on board. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to unrelax and have more fun here on AnimalZone.
Sometimes scary things happen, like fires and floods. And suddenly a family has lost everything. That's why the Unity Shop has a disaster assistance program. We help families with immediate needs like food, clothing, and household items. And we continue to help them long-term until they're back on their feet and in their homes. But it takes a whole community to make this possible. Please, donate today so we can help everyone who needs us. Find out how you can help at unityshop.org.
Hi, I'm Carrie Burns, and I'm the Executive Director for the Santa Barbara Humane Society. And what we want you to know is that Humane Societies are local to each community. No one is associated with the National Humane Society. So when you donate or you adopt, know that everything that you touch is right there in your own backyard. We want you to donate, volunteer, and adopt. For more information, visit sbhumanesociety.org.
Weren't there some amazing animals and guests? You know, you who adopt animals from shelters, you are the true heroes. If you want to see more about AnimalZone and other things, check out our website, animalzone.org, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Never was a friend so true, never was a friend like you. Canine, you're my best friend. Canine of mine, friend for all time. So glad you're my best friend. Through thick and thin, we'll see things through. Canine of mine, so true. Did I find you or did you find me? Either way, it's still serendipity. When I saw you, it was plain to see you weren't just another lassie wannabe. Oh, canine of mine, friend for all time. I'm so glad you're my best friend.